Hello there everybody, Subunai2 aka Nightmare, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. In the last episode, we managed to kind of prolong the case itself, got a little bit more information concerning what the fuck happened, and we learned that for some reason, the evil magistrate, aka Jack Hammer, for some reason, decided to put on the Steel Samurai outfit. But we don't know why. And I was correct in my own idea about that there was something else going on in Studio 2, which is why I'm still, convinced about the freaking fence. Like, I think it's the fence that was the actual thing that killed him. And, a couple of people actually, not only in the server, but the comments kind of explain this. FWIW means for what it's worth. I will try to keep that in mind. But thank you very much for explaining that. I honestly had no freaking idea. Also, I'm going to state this right now. I do apologize if my audio starts glitching up a little bit. Apparently, my microphone's starting to cause some issues, like near the end of yesterday's episode of Devil Summoner. For some reason, like near the end, my octave went down, which this has actually happened one time before, and that was during my DS E-Ray Let's Play. I'm currently looking into it. If worse comes to worse, I may end up having to buy a new microphone or get some better cords to kind of, I guess, replace what I've got. Hopefully to avoid issues like that in the future. Just wanted to let you guys know this. October 19th, 3:27 p.m., Wright & Co. Law Offices. Also, I got myself some fresh piping hot coffee. I almost said hyping pop. What the hell's wrong with me? That was a close one, huh, Mia?
Really? Too bad, I'm sorry I missed it.
Oh, Maya's back. Maya!
So, what happened?
Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive. And proof.
Wow, good going, Nick.
Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial?
Initial trial? What's that?
That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. That's extremely negligent and very, very dangerous.
So, under that system, trials have to end in 3 days?
Yep, pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste. Yes. Also, how you doing? I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume?
What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume?
Yeah!
But Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick! Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it?
That's what we have to find out. Yeah.
What happened with the director's testimony?
Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer.
Huh.
Which means that the killer has to be one of them.
Really? Why?
Well, because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where that trailer is.
What?
Was Maya always this excitable? Yeah, I can already tell she is. Oh, by the way, we're actually going to go a little bit I'm sure you probably noticed by the video length. Yes, we're doing the investigation and the trial all in one episode. Not only because it was kind of recommended to me, but statistically, I kind of want to finish this particular trial all in one go. Not really all in one go, but you know what I mean. So that way next week we can start fresh. As Arden put it. Thank you very much, my good friend. Well, have you noticed anything that might help us?
I can't see what's going on when Mia's here. So no, I haven't noticed anything.
Right.
Maybe we should go talk to Will Powers.
WP. Powers. Right. Probably. But one thing that's really important. Oh, you won't let me present it! Wait. Yes!
Sorry, I don't know how to help us figure this out. Damn it!
Scrapbook? What do you think about this? It's that fanboy's prized possession.
Wow! Impressive! It's a little different from the Steel Samurai on TV.
These are mostly taken at those PR shows they do at stores and fairs. I'm pretty sure it's not even Will Powers inside that suit.
No true fan would be satisfied with anything less than the real thing. He's still a child, I suppose. I guess it takes an adult to appreciate the real deal, right, Nick?
Yeah, whatever you say. She's an adorable fangirl. This is Cody's...
Hey, a digital camera! I'm impressed a kid like him would have something this expensive. Kids these days.
I don't imagine spirit mediums in training get a lot of toys. Well, of course they probably don't. Alright, let's go pay a visit to our good friend. Sup, bro?
Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you.
Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears?
It's my default.
Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed him in there.
And could you wipe that grin off your face?
Hey, WP, only 1 day left. Let's make it count.
Yes. Though there's not really anything I can do to help.
I'm not really sure what I can do either.
Please, this is no laughing matter. How you doing, buddy? Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez?
Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius.
A genius?
She's been at Global Studios for about 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days.
Why's that?
Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios is on his knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh,
And what?
Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors, anyhow.
Rumors? Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manella?
Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director. But something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Sal Manella.
Wouldn't we already know a something? No, you know that, right?
I hear he's, pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high, and all that.
I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. Nah, I can't either.
I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth.
Oh, yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global.
How can he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer.
He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global.
What? 5 years ago? He gave up around the time that Miss Vasquez appeared. How would you feel if you saw this? Have you seen this, Mr. Powers?
What's that? I've never seen these Steel Samurais in my life.
These are the Steel Samurais that appear at live shows. A fanboy collected all these pictures himself.
Seeing things like this really makes me think. I mean so much to these kids, you know?
Aww. But I was afraid there would be nothing to say to that one. Okay. Interesting. So, as soon as Vasquez appeared, that was when Jack Hammer stopped. essentially. Where he stopped caring, I guess. Huh. Interesting. Oh god, hi. Hello!
Oh, the old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick? I think your guard's down.
Yeah?
I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station if we wanted. You eat, you die. Whew, oh, she's alive.
Yeah, hey, how you doing? Vasquez. I was wondering about D. Vasquez, the producer.
Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. So she always gets away.
She seems bitter. Yeah.
Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry.
Oh. Can I ask you about Salmonella, the director?
Sal? He's soft, a pushover, does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Uh-huh. Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick?
No, it doesn't, Maya.
I heard that.
About Mr. Hammer.
Grr! I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer, you drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it. Calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this.
Oh, she's really pissed this time.
You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Powers' costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible.
Right. Would you get pissed off if I showed this? Miss Oldbag, what do you think of this?
Think? I'm not in the mood for thinking, thank you very much.
Okay. I'm just gonna head to Studio 2 if possible. Yeah, I hope you don't mind.
Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2?
Right.
But why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer.
You know what? There is a possibility. I think we should probably go ahead to Studio 2 then. You!
Hey, Nick, it's Miss Vasquez. Hello. Hello? Hello.
Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. Watching the clouds?
Excuse me. Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Shh. Huh?
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you.
Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off.
Oh dear. Oh dear Lord.
Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai.
I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai.
You did it. Nick, she did it. She's the killer. My Fey blood speaks to me. I know it.
Oh dear. Oh dear Lord. You're a very difficult woman to deal with, just gonna let you know that. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manila. If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer. By yourselves. Oh. Oh dear. Okay. Okay. Okay, we'll just go to the trailer then.
Wasn't the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Funny, it still seems pretty messy in here.
I guess she was still on a high from getting that rare card she needed. Probably. Looks like they were designing a set to use for the Steel Samurai show. They've got some figures for how much the set costs. Can't believe they spend that much money on these sets. I should probably go examine the fence outside now that I think about it. I might be able to look at it now. This is where they had that meeting. There are documents and paper cups scattered around. Nothing in here that could be a clue. Just some paper cups and crumpled documents. You say as we could probably look at those frickin' documents. The glass is frosted. Can't see outside. This far into October, the dimming daylight makes it feel like winter's coming. An old movie poster. The Singing Samurai starring Jack Hammer. The hell does Samurai sing about? Chopping off heads? Or is she gonna say the same thing? Yep. 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 Nothing new here. I'm gonna... Don't mind me. Yes! There's some flowers here.
Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these.
Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous. Dude! Do you... Why aren't you making note of this? Oh my god. Friggin' Phoenix! These look like materials for making a movie set.
They've been sitting here for quite some time. This might as well be a junkyard.
Yeah. I thought... Oh, those rocks are a lot of footprints. A light van for moving staff and equipment around. They've kept it in pretty good shape. Looks like it'd run fine.
Well, let's go for a drive.
I don't have my license.
Nick, you don't have a driver's license.
But look, I have it. Yeah, same thing. Okay. There's a big tube painted here. So, this is the number in Cody's photograph. And to think if he hadn't brought that photograph in...
Don't get all teary-eyed yet.
I didn't even try to get teary-eyed, but okay. An incinerator. Apparently they just put this one in. It's already covered in soot. They must not clean it much. This is where Salmonella and D. Vasquez ate. There's nothing left on the plates.
Hey, so they ate T-bone steaks too. Wait,
Something wrong?
I don't know. I'm getting this funny feeling. Something about this just feels odd, you know?
Can't say that I do. Like this might be staged? That's also a possibility, you know. The trailer door, it's unlocked. On closer inspection, this trailer looks like it's been here for a while. I don't think this is part of some temporary film set. I can't examine the floor. I can't get anything out of this frickin' woman. Who refuses to speak to me. She's not even looking. Okay. Hey, you look.
Why are you showing that to me, Nick?
I don't know. Yep. Yeah, she's not even bothering at all. She's just completely ignoring our existence. Okay. You're not worth talking to then. Later, biatcha. Oh, I can't even get into Studio One, that's right. The entrance to Studio One. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. I don't have that card game more, so I can't go in there today. The mascot of Global Studios. Apparently its name is Mr. Monkey, even though Edgeworth thought it was Mrs. Monkey. Alright, let's go ahead to the other areas then. Hello, I don't want to talk to you, ma'am, because I have a feeling you're probably going to try to kill me, and I'm not in the mood to allow you to do that.
I guess they're not filming today either. I didn't want to see them filming just one time.
This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them. You can come see them film later.
I guess. This is where you found the bottle of sleeping pills, right?
Uh-huh.
I wonder if there's any other clues lying around.
No, 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 no! No touching!
Hey!
Oh, sorry, pal. Did you freaking run into Maya, you jackass? No, didn't mean to frighten you.
I almost had a heart attack!
I guess I can be a little dramatique at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatique indeed. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. Oh, hey. Glad we're kind of on a similar idea here.
So you're looking for the traces of the sleeping pills? How?
Well, possibly. I mean, usually some drugs can leave like some sort of trace on food, liquids, or even inside somebody's stomach. Actually, why haven't they actually? No, they're probably gone by now. But I don't know. Part of me was like wondering why haven't they checked like Will Power's, stomach contents, or at least his blood. I mean, well, I don't know. Actually, I don't even know how long it takes for like drugs to distill or to kind of lose trace within somebody's body, Oh, that is a damn good coffee. I got myself a brand new blend. Kind of a dark roast. It's pretty good. Well, for a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to those sleeping pills, see? If there are traces, it'll change color. Oh, it's kind of like those tests where investigators or policemen can actually see if there's like traces of cocaine or meth, where if like the liquid will turn blue, then there's traces of like cocaine or something like that. Yeah, I may watch a lot of investigative type shows, okay?
Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for?
Now, everything in due time, pal. Okay, let's see. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, all right. So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. Found in the employee area. On it are traces of sleeping pills and a large bone. Hell yeah. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should just pursue the case we already have against Powers. And some people think we should just switch suspects.
What do you think, Detective Gumshoe?
Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though.
He probably has to be, because there has to be like two different sides here. One has to, that's kind of the point of courts. Like, you have to have some sort of somebody to represent or defend you. I don't know. It's trying to be fair, so. How is Edgeworth doing anyway?
Well, Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed his paper cup with hot coffee in it.
Dear God, that monster. That was perfectly good coffee.
Whoa. Talk about burns, pal.
No shit.
Wow, the fury of Edgeworth.
Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups? Bottles? Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle?
Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle.
Oh.
So that means...
Yep. Sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim.
So I was right. On a table in the employee area bears Jack Hammer's fingerprints. Nice. Yeah, there we go. That's what I wanted to hear. The remains of the employees' lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of the plates, minus the steak. Oh, I was kind of hoping that there'd be a little bit more there. but nice. Very, very nice. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to... Wait. Will I get extra dialogue if I actually present this stuff to him? Let me see.
It's looking like Will Powers was drugged. I'm gonna go back to the precinct to do some more detailed tests.
Fair enough.
You're being very free with your information today, Detective.
Well, don't go telling anyone this, pal. But I was kind of impressed at today's trial, too.
Oh!
Most lawyers would have given up after that director's testimony. I think if it had been anyone but you up there, Powers would be done for by now.
Well, thank you, Gumshoe. Thank you. Okay. Detective, about that bottle.
That. Talk about embarrassing, pal. I can't believe I missed that on my first sweep for evidence. I don't know how I can apologize to Mr. Edgeworth.
Hey, dude, don't worry about it.
It must be tough being a detective with all that responsibility.
Oh.
Hey, Gumshoe, dude, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I mean, you need to take... I definitely think this will be a good lesson for you to actually take cases like this significantly more seriously, I think. But, yeah. No hard feelings. It's all working out so far. We know that Will Powers was drugged. It's all good. All right. Let's go into the dressing room. See if there's anything else in here.
Oh!
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello. Oh, what are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess Will Powers won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But Will Powers innocent! Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But this week is the last episode of The Steel Samurai. What? Oh!
Why? I was just getting into it. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer.
Yes?
On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2.
Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume, too! What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. I guess the rumor must be true, then.
But
The rumor?
rumor?
Yeah. Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer.
Oh.
She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt. You know, bad stuff.
Oh.
I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer.
5 years ago. That was whenever they actually... That was when Miss Vasquez... Okay, that was when Miss Vasquez started working here, and then at the same time, that was around the time that Mr. Hammer stopped pursuing certain roles. Huh. What kind of dirt did Vasquez have on him, I wonder?
They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too.
The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set then? Huh.
What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. And whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. Oh. Also, I hear that Studio Ghibli...
Oh my... I almost said Studio Ghibli.
I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. What?
This is a hell of a shift. Why aren't they going to make kid shows anymore?
The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened.
What? Holy shit!
They want it quiet, you understand?
Oh. And what better way to do it than to set up a horrible crime committed by people you want to get rid of?
How can they just do that? What about all the
kids who love the Steel Samurai. It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow.
No! That can't be true. There's only one hero.
If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure.
Nick, say something.
Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Because I'm pretty sure testimony is like some, like, isn't testimony like one of the weaker forms of evidence that can be used? Here, take a look at this.
Take that.
What's this?
This is why you can't stop the Steel Samurai.
I'm sorry, I don't understand. Neither do I, Nick.
What is drugged food? Funny that. I don't either. Okay, let's try that again. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. I mean, I figured showing that there's traces of sleeping pills on a large bone, but okay.
Take that.
What's this?
This is why I can't stop the Steel Samurai. I'm sorry, I don't understand. What am I doing wrong here? What am I... The scrapbook?
Take that.
Oh, it was the fucking scrapbook.
And this is...
A fan collected all these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be just canceled just so some adult can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone.
You're right. Okay. But what can I do?
Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago.
Okay.
Yes. Tell me what happened. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago?
Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently 5 years ago someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up.
What? And that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer?
And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to do? But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldback. She was here at the studios back then, you know?
Thanks. We'll try asking her. If she'll talk. Well, if anything, this might be able to Okay. So with this, we learned something very important. Miss Vasquez and the directors were trying to hide an accident, that Mr. Hammer accidentally killed somebody. I'm not entirely sure the entire circumstances here, obviously, but that's pretty, that would definitely destroy pretty much any sort of studio, honestly. If it turned out that they were hiding an actual death or shit like that. Alright. Well, thanks, Penny. We're gonna go talk to Miss Oldback then. Interesting.
What? You're still sneaking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me?
The old windbag doesn't look so good.
Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer! It's all due to Hammer!
She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance?
I assure you I took my anti-rabies pills already.
Oh. Nice. I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago.
Who told? Who did you hear that from?
Huh?
Nichols!
Nichols?
Nick, Penny Nichols, that assistant we talked to.
Oh, right.
Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man. didn't he?
Whippersnappers! Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that, and the recently departed no less. I suppose you think this is fun?
No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers.
And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume? You expect me to believe that's rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof?
Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume? Yes. I'm sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. Here's my proof.
What? What's a little empty bottle supposed to prove?
It's a bottle of sleeping pills. With Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it.
What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights. Where's your proof that he used those pillows on Powers?
Right here. Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct?
Well, yes. So?
This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate.
I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul.
Miss Oldbag?
Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in.
Miss Oldbag.
You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the Mafia.
Fucking what?
She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio.
I see.
But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone.
Miss Oldbag.
Hold on a minute.
Poor Miss Oldbag.
Here, take this.
Huh? A photograph? Oh! Wait a second! The fence.
This is the picture.
Is this the trailer in Studio 2?
Hammer was supposed to fight with the bad guy on the top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor and the man fell onto the flower box fence.
Oh! But how did you get this?
It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it.
I understand. 5-year-old photo added to the court record. That's the dirt that Vasquez was using against Hammer. Shit. Damn. Wait. Gumshoe. I was gonna say, oh, damn it.
Detective Gumshoe must have left by now.
He's probably thinking about what to do in tomorrow's trial.
I bet Edgeworth is pretty angry with him.
Damn it. I wanted to get his opinion on this. Alright.
The assistant must have gone off somewhere. That stuff about Mr. Hammer must have come as a shock to her.
Damn it. Are they all gone? I'd say the only one that's probably left right now is... Okay, I don't want to bring up bad memories. I mean, she's already done enough for me as it is by giving me this photo. Damn. Ugh. That is not... Nah, unless the game actually really wants me to, I'm not gonna... She's, okay, Miss Oldbag has already done enough for me as it is. Oh, still no new dialogue for this? Oh, man. I kind of have this feeling if I try talking to her about what happened, or I try I'm gonna try something. I need to know what happens if I do this. She's not even looking.
Where?
What?
Where did you get that?
Well...
Old bag.
Old?
She means a security lady, Miss Oldback, Nick.
Right. Anyway, Miss Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer.
The wind.
Huh?
It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick? She went inside the trailer.
I have a sick feeling she might try to bribe me or something.
You came. Well then, what was that you were talking about?
Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kid shows for petty change.
So I'm a blackmailer now.
Well, that's what it is, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star.
Oh. I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord.
But... You were the cause! You pressured him! And to think it was just an accident.
Excuse me. What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure?
What do you mean?
Must I spell everything out for you? Think. What would it be if it wasn't an accident?
No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose?
That is what I mean.
Where's your proof? Can you prove it?
Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me.
But the security lady said it was an accident!
Oh. Well, she was a big fan of Hammer's, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too.
So that's why she had the photo.
She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporters would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me. Now.
What? This is valuable evidence!
Boys?
Oh. Is this the point where I can call Primavera for backup? Because I feel like I'm gonna need Primavera's help right now. Who are they?
Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased?
What?
The trial ends tomorrow. How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it.
Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all?
I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away.
No!
Oh. Oh, this is bad. Hold it right there! Yes, I heard everything, pal! Vasquez! You're coming down to the precinct with me, now!
Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court.
Oh my god, fucking thank you. Fucking thank you, Gumshoe.
I'll be looking forward to it.
Oh my god, Gumshoe saved me. Thank you so much, dude. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing.
Detective Gumshoe. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I was really scared.
No, don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job.
Detective Gumshoe?
Sorry, it's just I've wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective.
Oh my god, I love this man. Oh my god, I think I found my favorite character.
Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon.
Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this.
And who's at the bottom? Vasquez. I could have read that line better, but that's okay. Oh my god, freaking Gumshoe with the save. Dude. That was so cool. Okay. God damn it, I love you, man. October 20th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 4.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement.
In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today, I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear.
Very well.
Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today.
Oh my god, you made me cringe with that one.
You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution calls Miss Vasquez to the stand. Miss Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. Good start. Will the witness state her name and occupation?
Vasquez. I'm a producer for Global Studios.
On the day of the murder, you were in the you were in the trailer in Studio 2.
As everyone here knows, yes. I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here.
Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder.
Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay.
Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. In which case, this video will have to be labeled as for adults. Wait a minute, all my videos are for adults. Never mind.
I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all.
I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you?
The van. There's a van at Studio 2.
I noticed that.
I had him take me in that. Thought it might be risky to walk. What with that monkey's head toppling over.
Van added to the court record. Manila used this van to drive Vasquez to Studio 1 after the meeting in the trailer. That's probably how they transported the body to Studio 1, actually.
I see. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination.
Wait a minute, then that would mean that Salmonella's in on this! Possibly.
This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it.
Let's do this. Hold it! By yourself?
Yes.
And you didn't stop at the employee area?
No.
Are you always this terse?
Yes. Oh, dear.
Did no one leave during the meeting?
No one.
Oh, come on! Let's talk a bit more about that. The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony.
The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. And please stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears.
Jeez, buddy, you just can't win, can ya? And when exactly was that?
I've forgotten.
Maybe you could try remembering?
No.
The meeting ended at 4 and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times. You would think? Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth! Hold on. You had Sal take you. What does that mean?
It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the studio to van.
Oh. All right.
At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting.
2:30 is the cause of death. So they killed him at 2:30, and in the 15 minutes they basically loaded him up in the van, took him over to Studio 1, and then they were able to basically set up the entire scenario. I see how it is. Also, why did the steak plate move over here all of a sudden? At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. And what were you doing during that time?
Don't hit your desk. It irritates me.
Yeah, Mr. Wright, I'm gonna hit my desk. Oops! Oh God. I am so upset that I missed out on playing these games.
It was a 15-minute break.
Do you have someone who can verify this?
Sal.
No, I mean someone else?
One person is enough.
If she committed murder during that break, she wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. If I had some evidence that proved she didn't eat that steak,
Well, Nick, find anything?
I kind of wish she'd said a little more.
It's kind of hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in what she said. Somewhere.
Proof that she didn't eat the steak. Well, the plates didn't seem like they had T-bones, considering there was actually no bones on the damn thing. I might have presented this. Yeah, I clearly presented this in the wrong spot.
How exactly are that evidence in the statement just now related?
They aren't, are they?
Nope, they're not. You failed, Mr. Wright. Try again.
I don't think that won any points from the judge. You think? I mean, that proves that there were T-bone steaks, but on the plates down in the Studio 2, there were no bones on the plates. That's the only thing I could probably think of. Which, again, this is incredibly wrong, unfortunately. Jesus. Oh, wait a minute. I presented it at the wrong spot. God damn it. I'm an idiot. God damn it. I'm so stupid. Ha! As I thought. What, that I was stupid? You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not.
What's this now, Mr. Wright?
Look at this.
It's a plate?
This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind.
Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak?
Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate at a table outside the trailer. Yet, there were no bones left on the plates. Which, I already know what they're going to counter with. The incinerator. The plates were bare. Miss Vasquez. Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You ate the bone too! You didn't eat the steak. You ate a boneless steak. You ate a boneless T-bone steak!
I think I just had an aneurysm reading that one.
You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator.
I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break?
Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Meeting the Steel Samurai. Picking on Salmonella. Meeting the Steel Samurai. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai.
Order! Are you saying...
Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands.
Mr. Wright! Isn't that a little presumptuous?
What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright?
Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it?
Yes.
Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I.
Any day, Vasquez.
Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear.
Yes?
I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon?
You couldn't, could you? You couldn't. I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Ha!
You see?
Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case.
Meaning?
The samurai spear was not the murder weapon. I fucking knew it.
What?
The fucking fence.
What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body.
I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as a murder weapon. Take a gander at this!
Wrong, Mr. Wright.
But I haven't said anything yet.
I know you well enough by now to know when you're going to present the wrong evidence.
I can sense it too with my Fey blood.
Okay, so I picked the wrong evidence. Enough with all the sensing. Alright, okay, here's the real evidence, Your Honor. What? How was I... What? I guess... I thought I... What was I... I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon.
Take that!
I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene run-through? But someone fixed the spear with duct tape, and that would not keep the weapon stable enough. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now, tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who is wearing a thick costume with this through the chest?
Order! Order!
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're...
Silence. I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard. Are you quite sane?
Are you even...
Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Hammer killed?
Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer?
I can tell you. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was?
I am afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then.
Look at this photo. What is this?
Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs.
I guess I presented at the wrong time. I'm an idiot.
Order! Order! If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about?
This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word if this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? What? What? Are you saying? Yes. What happened 5 years ago? Has happened again!
Mr. Wright, continue.
It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die. 5 years ago! Precisely. Ironic, isn't it?
Very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff.
You deny that what I say is true?
Mr. Wright, let's say, for the sake of argument, that Hammer died as the trailer, as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body?
Oh, I know how. The break in the meeting of the trailer lasted 15 minutes from 2:30 to 2:45. The could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume. There wasn't enough time.
Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body?
She couldn't deal with it. She had another way. I bet she could move it. She had another way. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands?
For instance?
Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body.
Interesting. Let's hear it then.
Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1. And you used the studio van to do it. Damn right. Recall your testimony.
There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me.
You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. Hold on, Wright. Don't forget, it was Sal Manella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a co-conspirator? Of course he was. Of course Sal Manella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue?
No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was fun.
I win? What?
What? What?
So, what happens next? Don't question mark me! Don't you have anything to say?
What would you like me to say?
Huh? I lost? Something like that?
I just said that.
Wait, so you mean D. Vasquez? So it was you! You killed Jack Hammer! Okay.
Who can say?
Huh?
Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in the battle of wits. And the result of that battle? You proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer.
Right!
But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright.
What? What?
Order! Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Of course, it's as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but, there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure.
Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving.
What do I do now? You did it, Vasquez. Testify again, Vasquez. No further questions, Vasquez. I mean, we know she did it. But, unless... No, I mean... Shit. No further questions would just be me, like, giving up. Fuck it. Miss Vasquez, you did it!
That wasn't a question.
Did you do it?
No.
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm not sure that question helped this court get any close to a verdict.
I don't know. Testify again. I'd like you to testify again.
Testify again?
Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all that there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time.
Damn. Damn! To come so far only to fail.
As it seems, there are no further questions.
I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Mrs. Vasquez. Edgeworth? Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. I see. Very well. But, Your Honor! I request that the witness testify again. What the fuck?
You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness.
I just want to hear your testimony again.
Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes.
Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about? Well, yes. Indeed. Verily I say, ergo. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Oh, very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter. Thank you, Edgeworth.
Nick, why did Edgeworth...
Who knows? He probably realized she did it too.
But, wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that?
Edgeworth. It feels weird, him actually helping me.
I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady Oldbag was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home.
I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Okay, Nick, we're close. Real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick.
Right. Alright, let's go, you damn bitch. What time was that?
We were to meet at 5 for the rehearsal. So I'd say it was then.
When exactly did you and Mr. Manella arrive at the studio?
About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you.
Where were the other employees when you got to the studio?
They weren't there yet.
Well, then you could have put Hammer in that costume with Salmonella's help.
Oh. What did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes? You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy.
But, boy? Well, the witness will continue her testimony. I will press everything. Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct?
So he says.
Did no one go to call him?
Remember?
Remember what?
There was a dead body lying in front of us, yet you expect me to be calm.
You certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder. Wait a second. Wouldn't that be the other way around?
The other way around.
You discovered a murdered body and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person? I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Miss Vasquez?
Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. We often let him on the bus when shooting at location. No one noticed he was missing.
Poor Powers. Well, I suppose that explains that. Very well, Miss Vasquez, you may continue. Okay. What was everyone else doing at that time?
No one said a thing. It was silent. Completely silent. So we stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry I'm late. Then, silence. Dead silence. Silence.
Hey Nick, why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up.
Kind of? Maybe? Old back, the security lady. Why did the security lady think Powers had done it?
She said because she saw him going toward the station. Studio, fuck!
Right, the Steel Samurai. Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on the security lady's work?
Perhaps not. She seems to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course, I heard all this after the fact.
That photograph? Mean the one taken by the security camera?
She's not known for exhibiting the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hammer.
I don't think there's anything in there I can use. You asked to be left out?
Yes. It seems that everyone else was questioned. And I'm really not fond of that sort of thing.
What? But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question.
Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that since we were in a meeting. There was no way we could have been involved. Thus, they covered it for us.
Covered for you? Or covered it up for you? There must have been a lot riding on it with all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning. That's a hell of a cover-up. The script in your direction notes?
Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen.
Also, I realized I'm kind of going with the darker Stella voice here. No, I guess not. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio One for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes?
Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything.
Why?
There was a murder after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that?
Oh yeah, I guess.
Very well, Miss Vasquez, please continue.
No! Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness' last statement.
Huh?
Think. Miss Vasquez says she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio One. Oh my god, Edgeworth! Dude!
Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth, what you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense?
I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me!
So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal.
Very well, the witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason.
I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind.
How did you know about the injury?
How did I know? Sal. He told me.
Sal the director.
You have to find something to peg this on her here, or everything we've done till now will have been wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him.
The fact that I'm teaming up with fucking Edgeworth is utterly amazing. You were with Sal and the old lady, huh? Oh boy. Your only Powers was absent. That's because he was asleep. You immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. Security Lady Oldbag was quite agitated, pointing at Power, saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left him behind. Oh my god! How did you... I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. You just fucking incriminated yourself, you stupid bitch! You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers.
What?
Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers.
Pretending?
One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured?
I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right. He must have gotten it wrong.
I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez? You saw Hammer limping. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manila. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. And when was he doing this? Well, it would have to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2 where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning.
Gotcha, bitch.
Order! Order! I will have order! Witness! Can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez.
Very well. I have a question for you.
Why are the real killers always so persistent?
Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing.
Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there is a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive?
I mean... Well, yeah, of course I can prove it. Okay. I have proof and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive in this murder. The sleeping pills?
Psst, Maya, look. This is it.
Why are you showing that to me, Nick? And why are you whispering?
I was just testing it out on you.
Huh? Well, I'm afraid your test results are negative.
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
Hurry up with it. We have a certain tempo we have to maintain here.
Yes, Your Honor. Right, here goes. I guess I fucked up on that one, didn't I? So it's not the pills, but... I want to say that it's... Oh! Oh my god, I'm so fucking stupid. I was focused on, like, Hammer himself, but no, there's the proof right here. This is my proof. I had... Oh my god, I can't think straight.
This is the photo from before.
This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for the trial. It began on that day, 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star.
One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have?
Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine.
Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder.
I mean, there was always the possibility that, you know... Shit, wait a minute. I mean, thinking about it... She actually doesn't have a reason. Huh. Oh. She doesn't have a motive. She had no motive, Your Honor.
What's that now?
It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. What?
What?
Well, it actually kind of makes sense considering Miss Vaz after he accidentally killed someone, 5 years of being pretty much just nothing more than petty change and being used would build up over all that time. For somebody that was at a very high point in fame and then being forced to basically do chores and not even anything remotely good, it would make sense that he would kind of snap and start, you know, wanting to possibly kill her. You know, Your Honor! Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill D. Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. Oh, she's pissed. Oh, she snapped it. She snapped the thing. She actually snapped. You don't do that. So, you did do it, didn't you?
Yes. I am guilty. It was me.
Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Miss Vasquez. What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel? Oh. Manuel! Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm.
No. How could this? It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and...
No, Manuel. Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez. Oh.
Please. Please don't die. Please.
Oh.
Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose. Again.
Okay.
Mr. Edgeworth, where's D. Vasquez?
In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm and collected as ever.
I see. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
aside from screwing up a couple of times, you did pretty good. It appears you have brought about yet another miracle.
I thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so was only natural, not a miracle.
Yes. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty.
Yay!
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Okay, getting teamwork with freaking Edgeworth, that was amazing. Oh, I loved it. October 20th, 1:12 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3.
I don't know what to say. Thank you so much.
I'm just glad you're okay.
Yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez, but to think that he tried to frame me for the murder, it makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
Tell me. Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me?
No, I really don't know. Like, is it because the Steel Samurai was significantly more popular? I feel like this is... Like, fuck, just telling him, I don't know what to do. I mean, I kind of want to just, I feel like, it doesn't feel like, I don't know, I don't know, just somebody doesn't, I don't understand. I honestly, I think honestly it's because you were just significantly more popular. I think that's probably why. Like, the evil magistrate was not as popular, so he probably wanted to blame it. Most of his gripes is probably with Vasquez, but I hate to admit this, but he might have had some sort of grudge semi against you, or just specifically the image of the Steel Samurai, how it was viewed in a much more positive light than the evil magistrate. And because of his hatred toward Miss Vasquez was so strong, it unfortunately dragged you into it. So I think I'm supposed to show him the book. So that's what I'm gonna do. Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because this. It's because you were the Steel Samurai.
Because I was the Steel Samurai?
Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in a kids show, and as the villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you.
I think I understand. He could have just told me. I mean, I would have changed places with him any time.
I think you're missing the point.
Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over.
So am I. So am I.
Congratulations, Will Powers.
Oh! Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Huh? Is something wrong?
No, of course not. Nick Edgeworth.
Hmm? Hey. Say something, Wright. I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No. I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in.
Oh, pleased to meet you. I'm Powers.
Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar! Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years.
Meet again?
However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings. Unnecessary feelings? Yes. Unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you. Love you too, buddy!
Mr. Wright? Was that guy your friend?
What? Friends? As if. They're rivals. Rivals, right, Nick?
For now we are, I guess.
Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Oh, come on, Nick, tell me! What's the deal with you and Edgeworth?
I need to know. Don't black out on me, no! And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kid shows again. Oh god.
Nick, this is it. The new show starts today. You're gonna watch it with me, right?
I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it.
You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant.
Fine, I'll do it.
Isn't it great that Will Powers gets to play the lead again? What? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time.
I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. Oh my lord. Okay, everything about that was fucking wild. I did not expect the assist from Edgeworth. That was just amazing. Also, I did not actually pay attention to what the episode covered. As soon as I saw that it was getting ready to shift over, I ignored it. Oh my god. Okay, that was great. That was worth going the extra mile to actually do that. That was so good. Ugh. Okay. Seriously, I did not expect that freaking Edgeworth would actually help me out there. And honestly, the double teaming, that was really cool. As well as just the twist about the case itself. Like, oh, damn. I mean, it's kind of bad that Jackhammer had a grudge against Will Powers, but judging by the situation itself, and honestly, the 5 years of not only the resentment toward Vasquez, but also toward his situation, I can kind of see why he ended up snapping. But, damn. Also the fact that Pink Princess turned out to be a thing. What do you know? I don't know. I'm more of a Steel Samurai kind of guy. But if you all like this, be sure to let me know. I had a blast with that. Aside from, well, I'd say there were 2 times that I did screw up, but that's okay. I'm trying to get a little bit better. Emphasis on trying. But anyway, if you all like this, be sure to let me know. That was worth going the extra just to fucking... I'm having a stroke. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.